Hello, everyone. Good evening. Good afternoon. Can you all hear me, please? If not, you can hear me. Please, I need you to type yes in the share section. All right, that's fine. Thanks very much for that, friends. Thank you, Henry. All right, so Bola, we need you to send a message to the WhatsApp and let them know that we've started this session. All right, so while we are waiting for others to join us, I would like us to, normal as usual, let's do a quick introduction and then we dive into the section. All right, so before we proceed and before I introduce myself, I would like us to know where our participants are joining us from. If you don't mind, I would like you to use the chat section and type where you're joining us from. What to know where our participants are joining us from. You are joining us from Nigeria, just type Lagos, Nigeria. Anywhere, just UK, just type UK. Let's do that ASAP, guys. And if you can unmute, you want to speak to us, no problem. Just raise your hand. Okay, Abuja, Nigeria. That's from Abuja, Nigeria. Why is everyone from Abuja, Nigeria? All right, so let's get that done. Okay, I've seen. Why is everyone from Nigeria? All right, so I'm the only one that is not in Nigeria. All right, so let's get that done, guys. If you know where you're joining us from, if you don't mind, we'd like you to use the chat section. Tell us where you're joining us from. Tell us where you're joining us from. All right. Now, before we proceed, I would like to take 2 or 3 persons to ask you questions. Why do you want to transition into data analytics? Why tech? Why data analytics? We'd like to make today's class so engaging. So we are learning together, guys. So we are all learning together. Somewhere at DOT. Somewhere, can you hear me? Hi, somewhere, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right. So
Hello.
yes, I can hear you. I can hear you. So we'd like to take you first. We'd like to take 1 or 2 persons. All right, just tell us why you are transitioning into data analytics, or if you have been in tech before, in data analytics field before, tell us. Just share your experience with us.
Okay, maybe partially, but the major reason is because
I don't know if it's my network, but I can't hear you. I can't hear somewhere again. All right, so let's take another person. Henry, are you there? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Good evening, Chinere.
Yeah,
It's evening from here. I don't know what time zone you are in. Where are you at?
I'm in the ward.
Yeah, where?
I'm in the ward.
You're in the world. Okay, I'm in the world too. I'm in Nigeria though.
All right, that's fine. So tell us
Yeah.
why you want to transition into data analytics.
I'm in Lagos, Nigeria. I think I like the work from home kind of thing. So that's why I want to do data analytics. So I can just work from anywhere. I like that kind of job thinking. I'm tired of always waking up in the morning and having to go to work every day. It's tiring, especially here in Lagos. You know how Lagos can be in traffic and then all that. So I just want to do something very flexible. I can work from anywhere. I can function from anywhere. That's basically it.
All right, that's fine. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Chair.
You're welcome, sir. All right, so let's take 1 person, then we proceed. Okay, we'll dive into the session as Ade Sami. Ade, can you hear me? Hi, Ade Sami, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, we are taking questions. We want to know why our participants, why did they want to transition into data analytics? So, but if you have been in data before, you can just share your experience with us. If not, just tell us why data analytics.
I've not been data analysis, but I've been dealing with Microsoft Excel. That is my major field of work as an accountant.
Okay. All right.
So
Thanks
as an
for
accountant, I use Excel, but I've been hearing business analytics, data analysis, cybersecurity, and all manner. But actually, I was totally interested in cybersecurity, but a friend of mine launched me into data analysis as an accountant, as a data man and a figure man, that I should just go into data analysis or business analysis, that it will be very okay for my job as an accountant and a financial expert, and also a forensic accountant, to be precise. You understand me? So that was why I'm highly interested in the data analysis program. And the way my colleague have said earlier, working from home, remote jobs can also be gotten, like our own job currently now. Actually, some of us can work from home with the introduction of the Oracle. You can be dealing with income. Somebody can be dealing with expenditure. Somebody can be dealing with other ones. Then at the end of the day, you can have a synchronized system at the other end. But with data analysis, I think I'm really interested and I really want to know what it's all about. Thank you.
Thanks for joining us at this summit. Nice
Thank
to
you,
have you.
man.
All right.
Thank you.
So if there's nobody, if you want to talk, but I don't know, if you want to talk, you can actually use this chat section to, tell us why you want to transition into data analytics. If there's nobody, then we proceed into the program today now. All right. So I'll share my screen. I'll introduce myself, then we can proceed. Just a second. Yeah, you are all welcome to the Analytics, Data Analytics Masterclass. Guys, nice to have you here. And it's amazing that you are here and we are going to be learning together. Today's section is going to be pure practical, all right? So we are going to be learning together. I would like to have one or two persons that we volunteer to walk through with me so that we are going to be doing this together. It's not going to be only your facilitator this time now. So it's going to be something that all of us are going to do together to benefit more from, all right? So this, as you all know, this is Amda Analytics, and Amda Analytics is an edtech company based in Africa, right? So yeah, someone asked me before, where do I base? I said based in the world, and that's just the truth because I'm all over the world. All right, nice to have you guys here. Now you want to begin your data analytics program. This is actually where you are going to begin your program with. Okay, you want to start your program. You need that edtech company that can hold your hands, show you step-by-step process on what you need to do to acquire these data analytics skills in order not to be discouraged. Because I will tell you for free that if you start this program without a good mentorship, at a point you get discouraged. Okay, in order for you not to get discouraged, not to mix it, not to lose it, this is where you need to start that program from, right? So our mission as at Amda Analytics is to empower individuals in the field of data analytics by providing that comprehensive and accessible training. Now, when we say comprehensive, we mean, I'm going to show you when we say comprehensive, I'm going to show you what we meant by that word comprehensive and that accessible training at the end of the program. All right, so now, right, today's program is being recorded. You're going to get the recording at the end of the program. So there are going to be attendance that we're going through. So what I will encourage you on, please make sure that you fill the attendance sheet and wait till the end of the program. So you're going to get access to everything that we're going to be using today, both the materials. Aside from that, there is something we have for everybody on this call. For those that will wait till the end of this program, there's something amazing that we have for you. So if you wait till the end of the program, you're going to get that. It's a pure bonus. Let me see. Yeah, good bonus that we have for you. Right. So now let's proceed. Now to this program, you're not paying for anything. It's totally free, as you all know. And we are going to be enjoying and be learning together. Now, yeah, this is your facilitator. My name is Chukwuka Shinyere. Right. So I'm a trainer here at the Analytics. We have been doing this for a while now. For those of you that have been joining our master classes, I'm adding discuss and automate. All right, yeah, this is data analytics and automate tasks in Microsoft Excel. Thanks for joining us. Okay. Can I get a yes from you so that we can proceed? I just want to make sure that we are all on. All right, thank you very much. All right, so my name is Chukwuka Shinyere, and I'll be your trainer for today's program. We are going to be doing this together, right? So I've been doing this for over a couple of years now, for about 5 years now. I've been doing training for different tech companies. And yes, loud and clear. All right, that's fine. Thank you very much for that, Adisa. Right, so we've been doing this for over a couple of years now. We've been doing data analytics program, business analytics, data science, and all that. So I'm introducing myself now, not the edtech company now. Right, so we'll be doing this over the couple of years, and of course, as a person, I have close to 5 years experience working with different edtech companies and working with different organizations, companies across the globe. I work with some organizations in UK, Canada, Australia, and all that. I help organizations to grow their business by providing that information that they need in order to what to process and to have a good business insight that will help them to make good business decision and of course to make a good profit, as all organizations are looking at. Now I've trained over 4,000 participants over the years that I've been doing this. Year I have worked with different edtech companies, and here I am here at Amda Analytics as one of the trainers. I studied economics. I love to tell people about my background because there is this mind that if you did not study in Microsoft computer science, you're not good. You're not going to be good. Take something. I'm here to tell you that I studied economics and we're doing this, okay? And God has been faithful, helping us to achieve this. It simply means that if you are here, you studied economics, right? You studied law, you studied anything that you can actually talk, right? That you feel like, I don't know if I can make it in this field. I want to tell you for free that it's possible. You are gonna achieve this, okay? Now, it's cool. Now let's proceed. If you have any question, I would like you to use the chat section, ask your question, and let's take it up from there. It's going to be a very amazing section that you're not going to regret about joining, all right? Now, I asked a question a few seconds ago, a few minutes ago, why data analytics? Now, I find out that most of the people that answered this question, they've not been in data analytics. They've not done any program, right? Anything concerning data analytics. Now, for us to proceed to start talking about how to use data, how to handle data, we're going to start with what is data analytics. I need you to understand what you are diving into, what you're diving into, what is expected of you when you become this data analyst, right? So let's understand what data analytics is all about. Now, I don't know if there's someone in this call, on this call, that would like to share with us. Probably you know what data analytics is. You would like to share with us. If you don't mind, please share with us so that we can proceed. Just like I said, it's going to be a very interactive section. If you want to share with us, please don't mind. Raise up your hand. I'm going to call your name and then we can proceed. You know what data analytics are about? You know, just share with us. Okay, if there's nobody, then we can proceed, okay? If there's nobody, we can proceed. Now, let's see this together. Now, data analytics, just like, now, before we proceed, I love to use this example, right? To break it down so that you can understand. Now, organizations, right? What they do, let's use organizations like, let me say, Chop right now, right? They gather data. They get a number of students, number of customers they have, how many products that they're selling or they sold for each day that enter their company, and how much is going out of them, and how much revenue they generate per year, per month, per week, All right. Now, all these things they've gathered. Now, let me tell you something. Those data they've gathered, right? They have a place where they store these things. They are still not meaningful. They cannot make informed business decision with it. Now, someone who is actually, let me say, an individual who can actually look at the raw data sheet or where they store their data, cannot make informed decision, cannot decide that this is actually the most or the top selling products in this organization, or how much this organization is generating, right? If the person did not go through the data, put it into charts in order for the organization to understand what they're doing, it will be very difficult for the organization to make informed business decision with such data. Now, data analytics is the process of you gathering those data, right? Putting them in here, probably putting them in the written form, in a spreadsheet. They have a spreadsheet where they store their data. You putting them there, right? You organize them, put it in a good format, right? That process of you doing that is called what? Data analytics. Now, the process of you analyzing it, giving the organization so that they will be able to make informed business decision is still what? Data analytics. And who does that? Is a what? Is a data analyst. It's the work of a data analyst to come into companies' organization data. Of course, it's not always companies' data. You're going to be seeing how we are going to do something today, and the amazing thing we are going to do with Excel today, right? So you see that is actually a lot that data analyst does. These guys are amazing. They can look at your data, they can turn it into another thing, right? Using different softwares, because a lot of softwares that data analysts they make use of. Now I'm going to talk about types of data analytics, and then we can just proceed. Okay. Now we have two types of data analytics. Not really, we have four types of data analytics, four main types of data analytics. Well, we are going to be looking at two types of data analytics. Now we are going to be talking about what? Let's look at descriptive analytics. Right? Descriptive analytics, just as the name implies, is trying to what? Describe something. Descriptive, right? Now, descriptive looks at what? Look at the what happened. Now, when you gather the organization's data, you analyze it, right? You put it into charts, show the organization, okay, this is actually what happened in your organization. In this month, you were able to generate 20,000 naira. In this month, you're able to what? To generate 20,000 naira from this product. Now, at that process, you are doing what? You are describing the organization's data based on the historical data they've given to you. You're trying to tell them that this is what happened in your company, right? At that process, what you are doing is what? Descriptive analysis. Descriptive what? Analysis, because you are trying to describe what has happened in the organization, right? Now, let's look at the word diagnostic analytics. Diagnostic analytics, just as the name implies, asks the question, why did it happen? So those things you've said that happened, why did it happen? Why did the organization generate such amount of money? Listen to that there's what we call trend line or seasonality. Right? So let's say that this is a chart, right? So this is January. So let's say here is January, here is February. So here is March. Here is what? April, and all that till December, right? So now let's say that the revenue chart of this company is going this way. Okay, this way is trend, is seasonality. And then if you look at what we have here, you can see that the highest line, or call it the trend line, is what? December. Okay, that simply means that this is where they generate most of their revenue, right? So look at what happened in February. February, they have what? There is actually what? Low sales here. At this process, this is what? Descriptive analytics. You are trying to describe what has happened in the organization based on the historical data they've given to you, right? Now, at this process, you can come in, because I always tell my students, do you know, as a data analyst, you are not just there to tell them that, okay, this is what happened. Why not provide a solution for them? Now, ask them questions, because you are a critical thinker, all right? So now apply that critical thinking skills and then ask them question, guy. All right, so the CEO, sir, if you pay attention, you can see we have highest revenue here and this and that. So what happened here? Okay, why did it happen? Why did we have these sales in this February this way? Now, this is what we call diagnostic analytics. at this process, you start looking at internal and external data. Okay, internal and external data. Now, internal data is actually data inside the organization, which is what they give it to you. Now, external data is data outside the organization. At that process, you start asking them. Probably you might want to, ask them. Probably they've done something like let's say adverts here, or they use an influencer in their company this month, and they did not use here. Okay, at this process, you are looking at what external data is beyond. Now, it's outside what this data they've given to you now. It's from there that you're going to advise them, recommend for them what they can do in order to do better, in order to be better, in order to generate more revenue next month or next year. Okay, now I'm going to take it further, but if you have any question, please use this section of your question so that we can proceed. Okay, this is just me trying to describe what data analytics is. But at this point, I know and I believe you've understood what data analytics is, the types of data analytics we have, at least the two main types of data analytics we have, and what they actually mean. The volume is raw. My own volume, you cannot hear me very well. Please confirm if you can hear me very clearly.
Very clearly. I'm hearing you.
Oh, all right, that's fine. Thank you very much for that, Ade, Sunny. Okay, I guess she has dropped now.
I can hear
Okay,
you.
all right. All right, thank you very much for that. Thank you very much for that. So we move into who is a data analyst. By now, you've understood who is a data analyst, and then the role or the responsibilities of a data analyst. Okay, just like I said, and I promise you guys, I'm going to share this slide at the end of the program. So those that wait to the end of the program, you're going to get this. Probably is your network. Mrs. Ruth, yeah, thanks very much for that, Ade. All right, so there we get the recording and then the material as well. So when you get the material, please go through to understand who is a data analyst and then the responsibilities of a data analyst. Now, let's proceed to our Excel. Now, it's time for us to practice. It's time for us to work, okay? Now, I would like to have 2 or 3 people. If you know you are using Microsoft Excel, you are here. Now, when we started this section, someone asked, let's share the data. Now, we're not going to work with data, right? So we are not working with any data, but you're going to see amazing things we are going to be doing today. Now, just open your Microsoft Excel. I want to do that now. I want to open my Microsoft Excel so that we can proceed. Just open your Microsoft Excel. If I have 2 or 3 persons that are ready to work with me, I would appreciate. Just a second. Excel. Okay, so how many people are, if you know that you're working with me, or I just want to know how many people that are working with me or will be willing to work with me. If you know you have your Microsoft Excel open, just type yes. Yeah. Nobody. All right. Okay, I have 2 people. Okay, 1 person. Yes. Wow, that's amazing. Then we are ready for the class. Okay, so let's proceed now. All right, so now we are going to be doing we're going to be using a software or an application in Microsoft Excel called VBA. Now, if you know you've heard of VBA before, just type yes in the chat section, or you've heard of it. You've heard of VBA. I would like you to type yes. No, if you've not heard of it, just type no. So guys, let's go. If you heard of VBA before, or if you heard of macro, just type yes. Now, if you've not heard of it, type no. Okay, yes, okay. That's just two people that have heard of micro. Just two people. Okay, no from Ade. Sammy. Okay, just wrote that is yes. All right, no problem. Let's proceed now. So we are going to be using VBA. All right, we are going to be using VBA and macro. Now, before we proceed, right, so let me tell us what we'll be doing. Okay, yeah, no, that's great. So let me tell us what we'll be doing, right? We are going to be building let me see, you are a data analyst. I'm the analytics hired you, and they don't have what we call employees data, all right? They don't have employee database. So you are to create employee database for them. You have to create where their customers are joining and the details about their employees and what their probably then you need to automate it. Okay, you need to automate it. Now, first of all, we are going to first format the data, right? Put it in good format. It's going to be a form now that we're going to be creating. So we put it in good form, then format it, automate it, and make it accessible for everyone to make it very accessible for individuals to in order to want to access it. Now, first of all, if you have opened your data, right? I said something. We are going to automate like there are some people that don't have this developer. You're going to activate it very soon. Well, let's proceed now. So here, we are creating a form for AMD Analytics. So AMD Analytics employees details. Okay. So AMD Analytics employee details. So highlight it. Go to home. Just do Ctrl A to highlight it. Okay. Change the font if you like. I love to use Georgia, so I'll change it to Georgia. Okay, you can increase it. Come there, just increase it to the number that you want to increase it to. Okay, so this is the number I want to increase it to 22, which is fine. So you might want to probably make it 20 or make it 25 or 24, which is also fine. Okay, so this is what I have, right? This is what I will have. I will highlight it. Just highlight it. Highlight the text. So I will need you to highlight the text, right? Just highlight the cells. Now, go to your home. Go to your home. Now, this is what we call fill color. Fill color. Now, what do I want to do? I want to just give that place a color. So I'm going to select this under analytics. We have brand color, so you use the brand color as well. You can choose any color of your choice, but because we are working with AMD Analytics, okay, or we are at AMD Analytics, I would like you to choose AMD Analytics color. So choose the color. Now, whenever I always tell my students something. Now, whenever you're working or you're doing something for an organization, right? If the organizations have brands logo, always make sure that you insert their brand logo. Okay. If I'm working with MTN now and I know that MTN has their brand logo, so you need to insert the brand logo. So I'll go to insert now. All right, I'll go to insert. Now I'm using 365, Microsoft 365, right? So if you are using Microsoft 2019, 2016, 2013, right? So the icons will be different. The icons will be different. Now I'm using 365 developers account. So I'll go to picture. So I want to insert picture, right? So I'll put it there on one device. Just a second. So I'll look for where I have my the analytics brands picture. So I'm gonna insert it. So I have it here. I'll have it here. So I'll drop it here. All right. So I don't know if it's possible for me to actually drop it here. This chart. So let me see if I can drop it for those that want to make use of it. Okay. So permit me. I'm gonna drop it in the chat section here, so you can actually select it there. Okay. Just a second to insert it. Just a second. Okay. So you can pick it from the chat section now. So now this is it, right? Of course you can reshape it to any size of your choice, but please make sure that it's not too much. Just this way is fine. Right now we have if I'm too fast, please call my attention. If not, let's proceed. Okay. So I'm gonna come here. Remember what we are doing. We are trying to create database for analytics employees, right? We are creating database for analytics employees. So now I'm going to create first name, right? Let's see. Last name. Okay. That should be job title, right? Job title. So I'll come here. Gender. So let's say gender. Okay. So I hope I'm not too fast. Those that are practicing with me, am I too fast? Not at all. Just confirm. Okay, if you know that you're practicing and I'm not too fast, please, I need you to type yes. Just give me yes so that I can proceed. Okay. Okay, yes. All right, that's fine from Samuel. Okay. All right, so we have gender. Okay, so gender, let's say your department. Yeah, so department. Let's come here. So I'll say job type. Okay, job type. Are you a full-time, right? Or are you a contract staff? So marital status. What else do we add there? What else do we add there? So any company. So this is actually, so the staff can actually come in here as they have any complaint, they can just come in there, drop their complaints. Okay. This is not a must for you to do. This may just try to make it look somehow good. All right, so yeah, great. So this is first name of the employees, their last name, their job title, their gender, their departments. Okay, their departments. So we have their job type, we have their marital status and the complaint. Okay, so this is this. So I'll come here, right? you can actually format it. It just depends on you. But I think that let's do that together. So I'll just highlight this thing. Drop it this way, right? I'll go to my home, come to fonts, just put it this way so that we can know that we are working with something like this, okay? We are working with something like this. So I'll come here, all right? So I want to bring these things down, these names. But before we proceed, let's add their names, all right? Let's add their names. So name, first name, I'm going to use my name. That's Junior, okay? But let's do something important.
Sorry,
So I'm going to,
you go to home when you are lighting.
I didn't get that.
No, when you are lighting, you went to homes. Then
I went to home. Yes, okay, yeah, I went to
okay,
home. This is home.
okay,
Right? So
okay,
under fonts. So you can see
okay,
borders, under borders. So select anyone. So I click on tick outside borders, right? So I just highlighted it and then insert borders. That's what I did.
okay.
Right.
It's
So
okay.
now the next thing I need to do, I'll come here, right? I'll come here. Just to get the homes or the place I need to format. So I'll come here, come under here. Just get that. I can choose any color of my choice, okay? So I'll click on this. So here. So I'll just come here, Control C it, come to this end, Control V it, just to make it faster. And then Control V, Control V. Sorry. Okay, so I have noticed something, but that's fine. So let's proceed. Now we have this now, right? So the next thing we need to do is to insert values into it. We need to insert values. So here we start, I'm going to insert my first name. Okay, so my last name, right? Remember what we are doing. We are creating a database. Now you've been employed in this organization and they don't have a database, okay? You have to create the database for their staffs and of course automate the process, because now I wanted to understand something, right? When we move further, I will explain very well. I need to understand something, VBA. What is actually a VBA? That's VBA macro, and why is it important that you need to know how to handle them, how to make use of it, right? Now, as a data analyst, you need to know how to work smart. There's a difference between you working hard and working smart, okay? Now, VBA helps you to automate your process. Now, if you want to do something, there's something that you know you do, or a task that you do over and over again, you can automate it, right? You can automate it without you coming there to do it again and again and again. That's actually why you're a data analyst. So you need to know how to work smart. Now, another thing again I need to insert here is what? Job title. All right, so I'm going to say I'm a data analyst. So job title. Now, gender. So gender. So female. So department. Okay, this is actually department. Okay. So department. So I'm in training department. Okay, department. So now here, job type. Now, is either you are a full-time staff or you are a contract staff at Amda Analytics. Now, what do we need to do here? There's what we call data validation. We are going to use data validation here. We are going to use data validation here. Now, what is data validation and the help of data validation? Now, I don't know if you ever tried to fill a form, right? You want to fill a form online, you find out you cannot type anything of your choice inside that form. You can only insert values that are already existing on that line, right? So you are to highlight or pick a value there. You have to pick something there and proceed with your movement, okay? So you don't need to type anything. So that's actually what we need to do here. We don't want somebody to come in here and start typing I'm a part-time, I'm all these things. It's either you're a full-time staff or you are a contract staff. For us to do this, so we highlight this cell. So click on this cell, right? Now, go to your ribbon. We call these things you are seeing here ribbon, right? So these things here, we call them what? Ribbon. Now, go to the data ribbon. Go to the data ribbon, right? So now, under data tools, you can see data tools here. You can see data tools here. Under data tools, we have data validation. We have data validation. So select the data validation. Now, the express you can see that has what? Any value. We don't want it to be any value. Don't insert any value. We have a list that we want to select from. So I'll select the list, right? So from that list, I'll go to the source. Now, the source is what do we want to insert inside our values? So I will say full-time. Okay, comma, contract. Right, contract. So I'll click on what? Okay. So here you can see this drop down here. So is either you select full-time or you are a contract staff. Now here, right, we have marital status. Now, what we have is just what? Married or single. So we don't want somebody to come and type something else. So we're going to use the same data validation again. So here, I'm going to go back to my data ribbon. Now you can see under data tools, you can see data validation. So from data validation, I'm going to select from list. So here, what do we need to insert there? So we say married, comma, single. Okay. So we click on OK. So here, all right. So any complaint? Do you have any complaint as a staff? So if you have something, if you have a complaint, you say yes or no. All right. So I'll go back to my data validation again. I'll say from here, from the list, I'll say type what? Yes, comma, no. Okay, so if you have any data, any complaint, you say yes. Now, if I come here, you can see marital status. Are you single or married? Now, I'll select my marital status here. Any complaint, I'll say yes or no, right? Now, there's something I want us to do here, right? I will say, if you have a complaint, that you should reach out to Armed Analytics email, right? Reach out to them, tender your complaint there. Now, if you don't have any complaint, that's fine, right? Now, for us to do this, there's what we call, there's a function in Microsoft Excel called if function. If function. Now, when you type equal to if, right, equal to if function, now the first thing you are going to see there is what we call logical test. That's what we call arguments. So their first argument you are going to see there is what we call logical test, right? Comma. Now, after logical test, the next thing you will see is value if true. Now, value if true. If your value is yes, or whatever you are doing is yes, give us this, okay? Now, after value if true, the next argument you're going to see is what? Value if false. Value if false. That's what, if you are using if function, you can use it.
Hello, can you guys hear me?
I can hear you.
The screen was off for a while. but it's back now.
All right. Okay, so for us to do this, right, I will say, I was actually explaining the if function. I'll say equal to if, so you can see it here. Check whether a condition is meant and return one value if true and another value if false. I'll say if this, right, is equal to yes. So if it's equal to yes, right, use double quote to close it. Now, what should be our value if true? Now, if you return something, your complaint is yes, what should I return? What should we return as value if true? We are going to say, right? Please. Please. Reach out to us at and analytics. Sorry. And analytics at gmail.com. Right? So if you're complaining, you have any complaint, this is the email that you're going to reach out to us. Then, comma. Now, this comma will take us to the next argument, which is what? Value if false. Value if false. Now, if you're complaining that there's nothing, you don't have any complaint, right? Return nothing. Now, double quotes, when you type double quotes, you can see it here. When you type the double quotes 2 times, it means what? Nothing. Returns nothing, right? Now, I'm going to close my brackets. I'll hit enter. So just want to do something small formatting there. So I'll highlight, click on this, come here, change it to Georgia. I want to use the same format. So let's break it, probably make the value smaller. I think this is fine. So if you can change the color, so I'll come here. I'll choose something like this. So yeah. So now let's look at this together. So because I say here, now this is that says any complaint, I selected the yes. So that's why you see, reach out to us at analytics@gmail.com. Now, if I select no, it's going to give me what's nothing. Because when I was inserting it using my if function, I said, if it is no, give us nothing. Give us nothing. Okay, so that's why you're getting nothing here. Now, if I come here and select yes, you will see what? You will see the yes here. Now we have all these things now. So now the next thing we need to do, let's get all these values out. All these things, let's get them out. So I'll say equal to, or select the first name. So equal to, so I'm referencing it. That's why you're seeing that equal to there. Okay, so equal to job title. So equal to gender, equal to departments, so equal to job type, equal to this marital status, so equal to any complaint. Yes. So these values, we have them out now. Okay. So the next thing we need to do, we highlight this value, right? We highlight this value, we do Ctrl+C to copy this value. I'm going to insert a new sheet. So if you click on this plus sign, you want to insert a new sheet. All right. Click on this plus sign, you insert a new sheet. So this sheet, you can name it anything of your choice. So I'll come here. There is what we call paste special. Paste special. Now there is a shortcut to that, or you right click on this. Anywhere you want to insert it, you can see paste special option. Click on it, and then you search for what I want to do. But then I'm going to use my normal shortcut for paste special. I'll say Ctrl+Alt+V. Hold down your control key, your Alt, that's ALT, and then V. right? Control Alt V. I'll click on this values transpose. I'll click on OK. I'll click on OK. All right, so now we have that values here. We have the values here. Okay. Just a second. So yeah, we have them here. So let's go back now. I need to insert, bring down the values here, these values here. So I'll say equal to the first name, the last name, the job title. So here, the female, department.
Hello, sorry. Actually, the network has been bad here.
Oh, your own network or mine?
But I'm still following anyway. It has been logging, just rolling and rolling, but I'm just following anyway. No problem. Thank you.
Okay, that's fine. I guess it's your network, not mine. Okay, so let's proceed. So we have the names out, right? We have these things out. So we have this here. So I'm going to create another sheet again. So insert another sheet. So this is where we are going to do the recording. Now we've actually done the formatting. So we've written these things out. The next thing we need to do now is to start our recording. This is where we need to insert our developer. Now, if you pay attention on your own sheet, I don't know if you can see developer here, developer tab, but if you cannot see it on your Microsoft Excel, now let me show you what you need to do to activate it. So on this, your ribbons here, right click on anyone, just right click on anyone, and you can see customize the ribbon. Customize the ribbon. So click on it. So when you click on it, you can see here, scroll down. Supposed to be somewhere here. Just popular commands. Okay, yeah, this is it. Okay, you can see developer here. So you need to highlight it. So if you can't see yours, it simply means that yours is not highlighted. So you need to highlight it and then click on OK. Highlight it and click on OK. If you cannot see developer on your tab here, so you need to activate it. Now let's assume you have it now. So click on it. Now when you click on it, just a second, I need to. So let's zoom something. So when you click on it, right? So you can see macro. That's this VBA. You can see macro. You can see record macro. Okay. So I'm going to click on record macro. So I'll click on it. So you can see here we have what? The macro name. The macro that we want to record. What name do we want to give it to? Okay. What name? You can name it anything of your choice. So I want to name it automate. I want to name it automate. Now you can see this option here that is asking this macro, do you want to have it on this worksheet? Or you want to have it on new worksheet? Or you want to have it on personal macro worksheet? So I want to have it on this worksheet. Don't change anything here. Okay, don't change anything here. And then click on OK. Click on Okay, now what do you want to do? Now, please pay attention before you proceed. We want to record our task. We want to record what we are doing. Now, if you mistakenly click on anything that is not correct, it simply means that your screen is still recording. It will be recording it, okay? So I'm going to click on what's okay now. Now, let's come to that developer. Come to the developer. You can see it here. It's recording. When I click on it now, it will stop recording, okay? It's recording now. So I'll come here. I'll select this. I will highlight the values. Highlight the values. So I'll do Control C. Control C. Highlight the values. This one that you've selected outside here. Highlight it and do Control C. All right. So come to this another sheet here, which we have opened here. Come to this sheet. And then I'm going to use that my still special paste special option, which is Control Alt V. Control Alt V. So I'm going to use it. Okay, so I would like you to do that. Control Alt V. Hold down your Control, your Alt, and your V together. Right? Now I'm going to say values and transpose. Now, what do we do with transpose? Because we want to move it from vertical or from the horizontal to vertical. So I'm going to click on what? Okay. So you can see this way. So I'll do Control C on it. Control C on it. So I will need you to do this for those that are practicing with me. So let's come here. Come to this angle now. The second sheet. Go to home. And then come to insert. And say insert copied cell. Insert copied cell. So I'll click on it. Now, please pay attention. You need to select this. Shift cell down. This is very important, okay? It simply means that when we insert a new details or new data, it will come under it. Okay, it will come above. Instead of moving up, it's coming down. Right? I'm going to click on OK. So we have these values here. We have our values here. So let's go through our sheet 1. This is sheet 1. So I'll come here. I will delete the values. Just click on it, delete the values. Click on them, delete the values. Remember, you are still recording. So delete the values. So the values, we've deleted it. Now let's go to the developer now. Go to the developer tab. I'll go to my developer tab. So when you click on the developer, I will say stop recording. Stop recording. Now I'm using 365 account. So I'm using 365 account. You can actually see this. It's asking us, do we want to save the script? Do you want to save? I will talk about the difference between script and macro, but if time permits us, I'm going to talk about it, okay? So it has actually, you can see your macro was successfully recorded. Now let's find out if it is there. So let's go to that sheet 1, sheet 2. You can see this is our data. Now let's come to this sheet 1. So I want us to insert another values. Let's insert another values. So I'm going to insert another name of Analytics. Sagade Sandra. So job title, data analyst. Okay, gender, female, department, training. Okay, so job. Now we are not going to type anything here. See, if I type something here, It's not going to work, right? See what it's telling us. The value does not match the data validation restrictions defined for this cell. And this because we used data validation here. There is a data validation here. So I'm going to select full time. So here, my little status. So single. Here, any complaint? No. All right. So you can see it now. But now there's something I want us to do. All right. There's something I want us to do. Let's go to that developer now. I'll go to the developer. So under developer, you see this. Just a second. So you can see insert. Select this form. I'll drop it here. Now, when you drop it, you can see what it's asking us. That we should assign macro to it. We should assign macro. Now I'm going to select the macro that the one we recorded. Okay, I will select this macro we recorded and I will click on OK. Okay, I'll click on OK. Now, if you pay attention here, you look at the name is button 3. So I'm going to right click on it and say edit text. Edit text. Now what I want to write here, I'll call this place my submit button. My submit button. Now I've written all these things here. I'll click on submit. I'll click on submit. Now let's go back to our data sheet 2. So you can see it here. You can see it here. Now this is what we have. What have we done? We have automated the task. Now instead of you to come back here and start inserting the values, start typing the values one after the other, right? That's what we've done here using the Microsoft VBA. We've recorded our attacks. Now, if I come here, it simply means that in this organization, you can see here, right? Under analytics, employee details. Now, if you have another person, now I'm going to select someone here, someone on this call. Okay, Adesami. Okay. So now, if Amda Analytics hired someone by Adesami, right? So all we need to do is to come here, select, type Sami's detail. Okay, type Sami's detail. Let's say Sami is a data analyst. Okay. Okay, let's say HR analyst. Right, so his email. So department, HR, his job role is a contract staff. The marital status is married. So complain. So we say no. Now the next thing is to what? Submit this one. Now let me take something, right? You can actually get this. Now, if you can actually probably there is something going on in the company, and you guys want to be sure what people are saying, right? Who is this and who are saying something about the company and thereabouts. You can get this kind of form for the organization, right? This kind of thing, share with them, right? Give them access on your Microsoft Excel. You can see something like share. You can see share this document, right? Then you can share with them. All they need to do is to what? Fill their form, submit. You don't need to be there with them. From here, you'll be seeing what they are saying. You can see I actually submitted an empty cell. That's why you are seeing this cell. So from here, look at Sami's detail. So Sami is HR analyst who is a contract staff and married, and he has no complaint. Now, let's assume you've done this, you've gathered this organization's data, right? And you want to analyze, you want to do something on it. The next thing you need to do, which is actually not part of what we are explaining, but the next thing you need to do is to what? To move it to your pivot table. Move it to pivot table and start analyzing it. start analyzing. That's actually where you're getting, how can you can easily get employees data of a certain organization. You start looking at how many people are in this organization, who are this, how many data analysts do they have, how many HR analysts do they have, how many people actually probably complaining something or saying something about the organization. So now I would like to take question before I proceed. Let me take question. You have any question? Drop it now so I can proceed. Do you have any question? Okay, if you don't have any question, I would like you to type no in the chat section so that I can proceed.
Hello, can you hear me? Hello, good evening.
Sorry,
Yeah, good evening.
my question is, hello.
Please let me take one person. Please, Ruth, go ahead.
Okay. Looking at this data that has just been crafted, that has just been created, if we want to analyze this data now, say on a pivot table, will it be possible? Because looking at the variables, they are all categorical fields. They are not numerical fields because if you want to use the pivot table, you need a categorical field and a numerical field. How will it be possible to analyze? I don't know if I'm wrong. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, it will be possible. It will be possible. You just need to add the ones you need to add. Okay. Yeah. So it will be possible, ma.
With this,
so at this point,
categorical fields.
That's what I'm telling you, that it will be possible, ma.
Okay, please let me know how it will be. I want to learn. Thank you.
You will find out total employee here. So that total employee will be your matrix. You can use it to find out. From there, you can use it to get the other things you need to get. First of all, you need to use your total employee as your metrics. Okay. I don't know if you understand that, man.
Okay. That means we have to create that, right?
Yeah, you can create DAX. We create DAX using the Excel.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much.
So let me take out.
You're doing a great job anyway. Thank you.
You're welcome, ma'am. So let me take the another person so we can proceed. Hi, Adet. It's like you wanted to ask question before, or should I proceed? Yeah, please go ahead. Oluwaseun Ojo. Are you there? Okay, you dropped. Now I cannot hear you. I cannot see you again. Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, sorry, I just wanted to ask how you created that what's it called? Is it that sheet where you input new employees details and they click submit? So is that possible on Excel, or was it just done backend from your software guys? I just wanted to know if it's a feature that can be done in Excel.
Okay, I know you just joined us, right? So this thing, all these things here, we not use any backend. We use Microsoft Excel. All right. So we use Microsoft Excel. So all you need to do is to pay attention, watch the video, watch what we are doing because you joined late. And at the end of everything, you are going to get the recording of this program, of this section. So you can actually use it to practice on your own. Is that okay, Sean?
Yes, that's fine. Thank you, madam.
It's fine. It's okay because I'm lost.
All right, sorry about that. Don't be lost. We are all on the same page, right? So we are all on the same page. All I've been doing here, or all I have done, is actually something very simple, very easy that anybody can easily replicate. Okay, so now we've done this, all right. You've actually seen how you can leverage Microsoft Excel to automate your tasks. Now let's assume that these things you've done here, you want to see them, you want to see the back end, right? So now that's actually where you move to. Let's go to the developer tab again. So I'm going to go to the developer tab. Just a second. So to the developer tab, all right, so you can see macro, and then you can see that automate we've done. So click on edit. All right, so this is actually what we have done. All right, so you can see it here. I'm not going to start explaining this thing in details because we don't have that time. Okay, that's actually, if I'm start explaining it, all it entails, the how we come out about each of the lines that you are seeing there. For those that are seeing macro for the first time, you will get confused, and I don't want you to get confused. Okay, I just want you to see the front end. The front end is actually what you need now, not the back end. So the back end will be when you have upgraded, all right, when you've gone advanced, not like advanced, when you've done start your program with data analytics, with ARMED analytics. God. So when you start your program with ARMED analytics fully, you're going to see how far you can use the back end and how advanced you can actually do. What we've done here is actually a lot. There is a lot you can do with your VBA. There's a lot you can do with your macro. All right. There's a lot you can do with your Microsoft Excel. You know, there's something that people do not understand. People don't understand that they can actually use Microsoft Excel to do a lot, to do coding. Right now, VBA is actually programming language that is in Microsoft Excel. Now, a lot of people has been using Microsoft Excel for long, and they don't know there's something of this function that is in Microsoft Excel, right? That's actually why we bring it here and say, let's share that knowledge we know, because there's something you need to understand as a tech person or as a data person, right? You need to ensure that you are on the trend line, right? What is trending now? Are you on the line? Are you mixing out something? All right. So before we dive in, before we proceed, I will have a slide. I have something to share with us, and I would like us to, look at it together and see how we can go further from there, right? So for some seconds now, or for some minutes now, if not an hour, we'll be looking at what you can do with Microsoft Excel. And then let's say that you are seeing it for the first time, because I asked a question here. If you have seen Microsoft Excel for the first time, or Microsoft VBA for the first time, and a lot of people said yes, they are just seeing it for the first time. This is just like a 1/4%, not even like 1% of what you can do with Microsoft Excel. All right. So now let's look at what you can learn if you want to become a certified data analyst. What is this that you can learn? You want to become a certified data analyst. So now let's look at this. You're going to be learning Microsoft. You're going to be learning. First thing you need to learn is what? Problem solving. Okay, you need to understand problem solving techniques. You need to understand, how do I solve a problem? When I have a problem, how do I handle problems? Okay, so these are the things that you need to understand. Now let me tell you something. When we started this program, I started with explaining the types of data analytics, and I said something when we got to the diagnostic data analytics. Okay, you need to understand to ask questions. You need to understand that critical thinking skills, domain knowledge, you need to understand those things. Okay, these are things that you will learn aside from the technical skills. You need to learn the soft skills. Right, and this is actually what all the things that we do at ARMED Analytics. We teach you, we guide you through on these things, how you can learn them, how you can leverage them in your field, how you can leverage them as a data analyst. Now you'll be learning under problem solving. You'll be learning data analytics life cycle phases. Okay, this is actually where you'll be learning the domain knowledge. Okay, who are the stakeholders? Who do I report to? Who do I, if I have any issue, who do I report to? And who are the customers? Who are their customers? Where are their customers coming from? Okay, in this space we use what we call McKinsey we use 5 why techniques to solve problem here, right? And we use SWOT analysis when we are explaining the problem solving techniques. Now let's move to this. Actually, you can just learn this within a week, right? But now you are going to be learning Microsoft Excel. Now you've seen what we've done with Microsoft Excel. Now let me tell you, to be very honest with you, this is just like one, if not 1%. Okay, let's say 1% of what we'll be learning with Microsoft Excel, even especially the VBA. Now let me tell you something, right? For those of you, I don't know if you have done data analytics program somewhere, but now let me tell you something. You need to go more advanced. You need to go more advanced with VBA, and that's what we do at AMDA Analytics. Now, you'll be learning Excel, the basic one, right? We take you as if you're a baby. We hold your hand. From the basic functions, we move to the intermediate functions, right? Now, from the intermediate, we move to VBA, macro, that's the advanced level. We move to DAX. Now, someone asked me a question. How do we use this thing? Since everything is what is categorical data, and we know that we can use numerical data and categorical data together. How then do we use categorical data to how do we get numerical data from categorical data? That's where we move to DAX. For those of you, I don't know if you have used Excel before, do you know you can use DAX on Microsoft Excel, right? Do you know you can do data modeling on Microsoft Excel? This is advanced functions that you will do using Microsoft Excel, and that's what we do here at AMDA Analytics. For people that have gone through this program, for people that have done this thing before, I will tell you for free that they've not gone so far, they've not gone so advanced like this in learning all these things. Now, this thing you've learned just under, let me say, under an hour now, there are people that have gone through this program, that have done data analytics program for over 5 months, 3 months, 2 months. They cannot even do what we are doing here or what we've done here. All right. Please DBA, another word for macro. What is the full meaning? Okay. Yeah, yes. VBA, not VDA. Okay, VBA. All right, visual basic application. So now we move towards Power BI. Okay, so we are going to take questions very soon. Okay, so I would like you to just pay more attention. I'm going to take all your questions, so we are here together. Just like I said, we are learning together. Okay, ask all your questions at the end of the program, right? I will take all your questions. Okay, now we are going to be moving from what, from Power BI, from Excel we move to what, from to Power BI. Now, Power BI, as you all know, I don't know if you've done any data analytics program before, you know that most of the things you'll be seeing out there is good dashboard, right? Now, I'm telling you, if you've not heard from anyone before, I'm telling you that Power BI is beyond the dashboard, which is the front end. We move from the front end and we move to what? To the back end, right? We move to the back end. Now, back end is actually where you do a lot of things. Now, let me tell you something. Power BI is not merely meant for that front end you're seeing. Where the work is at what? At the back end. And that's where you need to learn data analytics from what? From AMDA Analytics. Because we don't only teach you the front end, we teach you the front end and the back end. Guess what? Guess what, guys? You're going to be learning this thing under 1 month. Under 1 month. 1 month. A whole Power BI, you'll be learning it 1 month. Okay. So now we move from Power BI, we move to what? SQL, which is structured query language. Now you're going to be learning what? The basic, right? From the basic, you move to what? To the advanced, to intermediate, and then you move to the advanced. All right, so you move to the advanced. Now, just give me some seconds. I want to share a slide of our SQL slide with you. Just a second. Okay, so now I want to share with you this Microsoft, these are SQL slides. Of course, it's part of what we are doing here. Now, look at this. This is actually one of my colleagues. This is that'll be taking this class. Okay, so you can see. I don't know if you have done this things program before. You've seen how we move from the very basic. When we are telling you that we move from basic, right? We move from basic to intermediate. From intermediate, we move to the advanced. Right now, is beyond all that you are seeing here. Right, is beyond all that you are seeing. Now, I don't know if you have done SQL before, right? Tell me if you know how to handle views, right? How to do proceed, right? How to do automate using SQL. Now, if you have done all these things, you've done SQL before, and you know how to do all these things, that simply means you've gone so advanced using Microsoft SQL, using SQL. Now, of course, we have a lot of SQLs out there using SQL. Now, this and a lot you can see here. We have views, right? You can see, let me just cancel this so that you can see. You can see advanced SQL, right? You can see CTS. So all these things are the things you'll be learning using Microsoft, using SQL. You learn a lot aside from using Microsoft SQL. Now we move to you using ChatGPT for data analytics. ChatGPT for data analytics. All right. Now, it is so amazing how people are saying something that do you know that ChatGPT can take their job? Do you know that AI can take their job? And it's so amazing when people say it, and I will be laughing. Okay. Now, AI can only take jobs of those that do not understand that do not understand AI or do not understand these tools. If you know very well, if you know how to handle these tools, I want to tell you for free, AI cannot take your job. Now, we ensure that we equip our students on the use of what? ChatGPT for data analytics. How do you use ChatGPT to create database? How do you use ChatGPT to create dashboard? How do you, I don't know if you have seen, I think the last masterclass we had, we made use of ChatGPT, all right? We make use of ChatGPT and we use it to build dashboard. This is a lot that you will be learning under 4 months. Now, let me tell you something, right? Now, a lot of people that will be telling you, do you know all these things you are saying here? And I will teach you under 2 weeks. Some will tell you that I will teach you under 1 month, right? Under 1 month. Now, I want to tell you something. You are not going to learn anything under 1 month using all these tools unless you just want to learn the basic. You are not learning the intermediate, you're not learning the of the advance of it. Okay, but if you want to learn all these things and be good with all these tools, you are going to take at least 4 good months, and that's what we do at Amda Analytics. We train you with all these tools, under 4 months. Now, our training is just not only the tools, we train you with the soft skills, right? We train with the soft skills. Aside from you getting all these things, aside from this, right, there are other benefits. That you will get. And that's what, number one, you're going to get LinkedIn optimization. You're going to get LinkedIn optimization. Now, it's so amazing when people will tell you, do you know that I'm a data analyst, and they don't have good LinkedIn accounts. They don't have good LinkedIn handle. You ask them to share their LinkedIn profile with you and you will find out nothing. All right. So what we do with our students, all right, we tell them how to make themselves visible, how to, put themselves out there with their LinkedIn handles. We help you to optimize your LinkedIn. Now, we help you, aside from now, LinkedIn is actually a good platform where if you want to get a job, you will get job on LinkedIn, right? If you want to get job as a data analyst, LinkedIn is a very good platform where you can get that. Now, when people complain that I don't get any gig on LinkedIn, I will laugh because you have not make yourself visible for the recruiters. Simply means that you've not optimized your LinkedIn. You're not showing the world what you are into, right? I always tell my students something. Those people you are following on LinkedIn, what actually made you, what pushed you to follow them? something, right? It's something. Then you have to make yourself available for someone else to follow you, for someone else to reach out to you and say, there is this gig, right? Now, for a while now, I've not been applying for jobs. People reach out to me and say, "Chinyere, okay, both on LinkedIn, I'm telling you the truth. Okay, there is this job opportunity out there. Do you know? Do you think there's something?" I always say, okay, if it's something I can do, I can, go for it. If not, I will do what? I will share with my students and say, okay, there's this job opening there. If you're interested, please apply for this. Okay. It's because of how I optimize my LinkedIn, how I make myself available, how I show the world what I'm into, right? Now, aside from LinkedIn optimization, there is another thing which is so amazing from Upwork optimization. Now, let me share with you guys something so amazing that happened today. Okay, it was actually yesterday. So a number called me yesterday. I was on a travel yesterday. So the person called me that, okay, someone from my former place of job, somebody somewhere gave her my contact, right? That I can actually help her to optimize her Upwork handle. I was like, okay, that's fine. So amazing. So let's talk today. So today she called me and I don't want to mention the amount I charged her and she's gonna pay. All right. For those of you that know me very well, know that I am Upwork gigs and they are living fine. Okay. So this is amazing thing you are going to be getting from Amt Analytics. Now, another thing again, which is another benefit, is what? CV review. You're gonna get one-on-one CV review from our CV review personnel, from our experts, right? People that know all these things, right? You're gonna get that standard CV review section with them. Now, it's good. One thing is for you to get the skills. Another thing is for you to push it out there. That the next thing that will help you to be called for a job interview is your CV. You apply for these jobs and your CV is looking good. They will do what? They will call you for a job interview, right? Another thing again, which is other benefits that you're gonna be getting as a student of this tech company is we're gonna help you with job preparation. If you have any job interview, okay, we help you with job preparation section where we get you prepared for all the questions that they will be asking you out there. All right. Aside from that, the amazing thing, which is the last one, is what? You're getting recommendation and reference letter from Amt Analytics. Now, there's something that we always tell our students, right? At all these companies out there, they don't want to hire someone who doesn't even have all these skills, who doesn't even have any work experience. So what we do, we tell our students, use Amt Analytics as your work experience, both on your LinkedIn or your CV. Right. So when these guys reach out to us, we will do what? That they apply for jobs and they reach out to us. We will always provide that reference letter and recommendation letter as far as you've completed all your assignments and your projects, right? So we provide it, you will get your job. Now, at the end, of course, you are going to get certificates. So it is a certified program you are about to do. Right now, this program will be lasting for 4 good months. 4 good months. Now, 3 months for live classics, and then 1 month for your custom project. So 3 months for live classes. Now, live classes simply means, now let me tell you amazing thing about Amt Analytics program, right? You are getting recording all the programs from day one to the last day. I mean, last day, you are gonna get the recording of all the sessions. So all our programs are what? Recorded. You get the recording, you have access to it, lifetime access. When we say lifetime access, we mean it, right? And then you are gonna have access to all the materials. For the materials from the day one to the last day of your program, you have access to all the materials, right? Then our programs are beginners friendly. We don't say because we have someone who has done this program somewhere. Let's start somewhere because a lot of people have done this program somewhere. No, we started as if you've not seen these softwares before. We started as if you have not heard of Excel before. You've not seen Power BI before. You've not used SQL before. That's how we start our programs, right? So we do this program from the beginning as a beginner to the intermediate to the advanced level. That's what we'll be doing. And guess what, guys? It's project-based. I have a lot of people. Okay, so just a second. Let me just share with us our, in case, because some people will be like, okay, I've seen, I've heard. How about if I miss class? How about if I am not in the class? How do I go about it? Now, let me share with you. This is our April cohort. So look at it. So look at these guys. Okay, today they're having their SQL class 1. Now let's check their materials and see. So you can see this is the material for the class. So they already have access to the material. Look at all the materials, right? For today's class. So they have the access to the materials. And as we speak now, the class is ongoing. So let's go down and see if all these things that we are saying here. So you can see onboarding section. This is their first that was posted on April 12th. Their onboarding section, because we start, by the time you start their program, we start with the onboarding section, try to show you the in and out, ensure that you have all the softwares. We help you to install all the softwares that you need to install in order to get it started with the program. So we start with the what? Problem solving, and you can see facilitator slide. You have access to this slide, all right? And that's the material for the program. You have access to it, and you can see the class recording. Okay, this is the class recording. So if I click on it, I will have access to this. This program was posted, I think April 13. You can see the video here. So I was the one taking the program. I took the program. Now let's go back to, this was posted 13th of April. Now let's go back, because you say April, June, July, so it's nothing. Now I want to show you something. Okay. Let's go far. Let's go far till other people will have something beyond this, but this is okay. So we help you to build a portfolio. You can see it. You get that portfolio. Okay, so I'll just try to see. Okay, this was posted. You can see 13th of September 2023. So let's see if the video is there, is still there. So let's check if the video is still there. We say, when we say that you are going to have lifetime access, you can see the video, you can see here, is still here. Okay, you can see the video is still here. And this is for us to tell you that when we say that you have lifetime access to all the materials, how about the attendance sheet? Oh, I thought that it has been shared. Okay, just give me a second. I will share it before the end of the program. Please make sure that you fill it so you get today's video direct to your email. Okay, I will share it very soon. All right, so now you can see all the materials, and this is actually the Google Classroom. You have access to all the materials, right? You have access to everything. You do. Look at these guys. You can see there. So you can see Power BI, custom project. So everything is project based. So if you scroll down, you can see their, now let me show you something. This is their macro, this is LinkedIn optimization, this is Excel, custom projects. All these things you have access to it, right? When you work on your project, all these things. Now look at the Power BI, right? Now let's check how many classes we had on Power BI. You can see 1, okay, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, okay, 12, 13, okay, 13 classes. Now let me tell you why it's 13. You can see this way is where we have Power BI drop in too, right? So we always meet every Thursdays. That simply means you meet 3 times in a week for this year program to ensure that we cover a lot, because some people will be like, how will you cover these things under 1 month? Okay, you want to teach yourself under 1 month, how will you cover all your curriculum? Because we have a robust curriculum here at the analytics. How will you cover up everything? I will tell you for free. We meet every Thursdays, always 10 p.m, something like 9 p.m or 8 p.m, something like that. Always 1 hour 30 minutes every Thursdays. But then on Saturdays and Sundays like this, we meet 5 p.m to 8 p.m, right? 5 p.m to 8 p.m. where you'll be learning a lot about your software, your programs, all right? So of course, just like I put down there, you're going to build at least 10 good portfolios. At least 10 good portfolios you are going to be building when you start this program. There are a lot of people that have done this program, they don't have one portfolio. If you ask them for their portfolio, they will not even share anything. But here at Amda Analytics, you're going to be building 10 good portfolio. All right. Now, the days of the programs are what? Saturdays and Sundays. And you can see the tests that I put on here. Saturdays and Sundays. Now, these Saturdays and Sundays are compulsory. Now, both Thursdays are still compulsory, right? Now, for Saturdays, it's 3 hours. Now, which is what? 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Now, if you have anything you want to do on Saturday, please do it before 5 p.m. You are through. We start the program. Both on Sundays, the same thing, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Now, on Thursday, we'll be meeting 9 p.m., most times 8 p.m., right? But due to people that are not living probably in Nigeria, so those that are living in Nigeria, we try as much as possible to make it 9 p.m. so that everybody would have been at home. So 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. or 10:30. Most time 10:30 is always 1 hour 30 minutes. Okay. Now that 1 hour 30 minutes to ensure that everybody are on the same page. We check what you are doing. We track your achievements. All right. We track your performance as a student at Amda Analytics. Now let me share with you a sister of mine registered for a program that we are not doing with one edtech company. I don't want to mention the name of the edtech company, right? And do you know what? She did not attend the program for a good 6 weeks of the program. That's a month and 2 weeks. Because of her illness, she couldn't attend the programs, right? The company did not for one day reach out to her to ask her what happened. You did not attend the program. Is there any issue? Do you understand that kind of thing? They don't track the sources, the performance of their students. They don't track those things. But that's not what we do at Amda Analytics. We check up on our students to ensure that everybody are on the same page. That's why we always meet on Thursdays. You ask your questions, you come with your questions, you come with your challenges. Aside from that, if there is no question, we treat 1 or 2 things and then proceed to the next topic before during the next class. Okay, so this program is going to be lasting for good 4 months, 1 month, 3 months for your live classics, 1 month for your custom project. Okay, now you've seen all that I've shown you. When I say we are going to do LinkedIn optimization, when I share the Google Classroom, you can see where we recorded the video of the LinkedIn optimization. When we say we are going to have the Upwork optimization, you've seen it. CV review, you've seen it, okay? All these things, you are going to get the access, 100% access to this. Now, the amazing thing is not only to have access to all these things now that you are with us. You know, some people, when you finish program, it simply means you finish with them. No, there's what we call post-training support. Post-training support. We support you even when you are through with your programs. We still support you. We ask you questions. How are you been? How's it going? How many jobs are you applying for? Or have you applied for? All right. Any job interview, we help you with your job interviews and all that. Now, somebody will ask, okay, Shinya, I've heard you. How much is this program? All right. How much is this program? I can tell you that this program is as cheap as, all right, with all these things you are going to acquire. With all these things that you are going to be acquiring, right? So the actual price of this program is 250,000 naira, but there is a discount available for all our students, especially those that join the live classes, okay? Especially those that join the master class, okay? Now you'll be getting, instead of you to pay 250,000 naira, you're getting 50%, 50,000 naira discount, right? Now you're going to be paying 200,000 naira for this program. That's for the good 4 months that you are going to be doing this program. Good 4 months, you're now paying 200,000 naira. Now your first payment is 150,000 naira, and your second payment, which will be 5 weeks into your program, you will balance your 50,000 naira. Now, why do we give you this opportunity to pay 50,000 naira, 150 first? All right. So when you see what we are doing here, you know that it's worth more than the money. we have a lot of students who has done this program. There's one of our students that actually reached out to, to come and speak with to the students, right? I mean, to you guys. This person has done this data analytics program with two edtech company, well-known edtech company in Africa. I don't want to mention the name of it, right? And yet she did not get what she's looking for. Someone else has to refer her to AMD Analytics. You know what? Girl, go and do this program with AMD Analytics. These guys are small but mighty edtech company. When you pay 1 naira, you are getting 100% value for your money. And that's what we do here, right? So I don't know. Akis, are you here? Okay, just a second.
Yeah.
All right, so we have one of our students who would like to share something, just something with you guys before we proceed. Please go ahead, Akise. Let's hear from you.
Hello, good evening, everybody. My name is Akise Mogonogwe Godwin. One of the current student for the May cohort at AMDA Analytics, and I'm currently in the UK. Well, I got to know about AMDA Analytics while I was searching on Facebook for probably trainers that would assist me in getting the necessary skills for data analysis. And what struck me, let me come on. I don't know if I can't see myself. Can you see me?
Yes, I can see you. Please go ahead, sir.
Why can't I see myself?
Okay. Sports.
Sir. Okay.
I see yourself now.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, please go
So,
ahead.
this is beautiful. Okay, I think the background lights. Yeah. So I got to know about it on Facebook, and I registered to attend one of the master classes. And in attending one of the master classes, the depth of detail where Chinyere was explaining what we need to, or what she'll be taking us through, or what we'll be able to benefit from the program, that struck a chord with me. So I later reached out to her and I started asking specifics in the sense that I was already used to, sorry, I don't know, the light is affecting my vision. Yeah, I hope it's better now. So
Yes, sir.
I had to I reached out to her to ask her for specifics, and specifics in regards to what are certain things that we'll be doing, because at least I have a prior knowledge of Microsoft Excel. So, but after discussing with her in depth, I was shocked that some of the things like the macros and the use of DAX in Microsoft Excel was being taught by her. So that got me really, really interested. So at the end of the discourse, I enrolled for the program, and it has been very, very beneficial. At this stage where I am, we just finished Excel. So we are doing Power BI now, which is very, very good. The Microsoft Excel exercise time was very, very intriguing and very, very interesting. We had a lot of opportunity to look at certain tricks that could help you facilitate your work and work around the Microsoft Excel environment, and make it easier, and you get the job done faster. Again, we looked at some very interesting functions like the summix, the sum function, how it's applicable, the lookup functions, look at macros also. Well, interesting thing, I didn't even know that we could even do data modeling in Excel. So data modeling, the macros, so this, and you'll be able to do you'll be proficient, to say the least. And I was able to, at least I can now develop a report on using Microsoft Excel. I was conversant with Power BI, using Power BI only, or at least I thought so. But using Microsoft Excel, we've already produced 3 projects. A Chipstone project which has been concluded, which is very interesting. So it will really help you as a data analyst to be able to have that confidence to be able to analyze data, clean data properly, and be able to make use of your data, interpret your data, and report to stakeholders as when needed. At this phase, we are the Power BI class, and Power BI class is becoming even very, very interesting. It actually has to do with visualization, but when you see Power BI, a lot of people think it's just visualization, but it's not. There are a lot of intricacies that you would need to do, especially when it comes to cleaning of the data. Another one thing, that the interface between Excel and Power BI, which is the Power Query, using the Power Query editor is very, very essential and vital, especially in the cleaning process, because it helps you to be able to normalize your data, standardize your data, to get the best out of your data and the best information you will want to present. So it is very beneficial. Well, it has been very beneficial for me. We encourage that if as you're contemplating on taking the course, enrolling for the program, I would advise that you do, because the breakdown of the process is very, very detailed. And coming from the background that I have, probably in academics, I understand the idea of having a curriculum and following the curriculum line by line, word for word, and you will benefit so much, and your confidence, I'm telling you, after only Microsoft Excel, your confidence will be there. You will have the confidence to speak to any data and be able to use that data to speak to any stakeholder that you might have to present that report to. So it has been an interesting class so far. I know that it's still going to be more interesting, even more, as we proceed. So I will the feedback between my colleagues have been interesting. Behind the scenes, we have the opportunity to chat with one another based on the tasks that are always been given to us. And you'll find out that there's a good camaraderie amongst us. Again, you have access to the tutors, because I had the opportunity when I was facing a challenge, when I was reporting for my Excel dashboard on the Capstone project. I had the opportunity to prompt my tutor to ask 1 or 2 questions, and the opportunity that the fact that they were even willing at friendly hours, because I send a message, I get back and say, okay, can we go on Google Meet right now? It's encouraging, because it helps and encourages the student that whatever effort you are doing, putting behind the scenes, that it's been appreciated, because it's one thing to have a challenge and reach out and to get a response. You don't get that these days when you are going for some of this program. So that for a fact is a bonus, and I will encourage that at least you get feedbacks, and even if you from other colleagues also, you will also get feedback from your colleagues. If you are facing a challenge, find out that the atmosphere is conducive. Your colleagues can also assist in enlightening you on any situation, any challenge that you might have. So I encourage you after this class to jump on the wagon of becoming a data analyst. The pricing is apt, to be frank with you. A lot of other places cost more, I must tell you. So the price is apt for the curriculum that is being given to us. It is very appropriate, and I think you will enjoy it. and you will enjoy your time here at Amdo Analytics. Thank you. I hope you enjoy the rest of the masterclass.
Yeah, thank you very much for joining us. Akise is actually joining us from UK. Thank you very much, sir. We really appreciate your time and thanks for doing this for us. Right. So Akise is actually an amazing person, one of our students who is doing well. You can of course always ask questions and reach out. Okay. So guys, let's proceed. If you have any question, please always use this chat, or you can raise up your hand. We can use the raise hand icon so we can take your questions if you have any question. So let's proceed with the chat. Just some seconds. I will share the um the attendance sheet, so you can always drop your details there so we can send the recording to you. Okay, so this is actually the training fee, just like Akisa said. Okay, so the training fee is let me say, I don't know how to say this, but to compare with what you be getting, right? You know that this is just like, is like let me not use the word that you be saying that is this person not in this world to understand that is but that just it. Okay, so I will encourage you to start making your payments now. Start making your payments now. Some people have actually made some deposit. Okay, and this program will be starting 13th of the next cohort, right? 13th of April. 13th of July. All right, so we'll be starting the next cohort 13th of July. So make your payment now. Start your program now. Don't ask how much am I gonna, what am I gonna be getting after this program? There is a whole lot. I don't know how to excel it. I don't know how to talk about it, but there is a whole lot. And I want to tell you something. The whole lot is, that time that you finish your program and you are getting what we call post-training support. You reach out to people, you finish their program, see, like 6 months ago, 1 year ago, and these people are still attending to you. Is that not amazing? All right, that is amazing. So there's a whole lot to be getting from us. Okay, so make your payment now and join join the crew, join people that are becoming data analysts. And there is a lot of opportunities. I mean, a lot of opportunities. Do you know, guys, I'm being very honest. I'm like a very sincere person for those that know me, right? So the person that reached out to me told me how much they paid for their training fee. 900,000 naira, right? 900,000 naira. And there's nothing like Upwork optimization. So she reached out to me and said, how much are you going to charge me for this Upwork optimization? They paid 900,000 naira for their training fee, 3 months training fee. All right. So see that amazing thing that people not just train you the skills, we train you and show you how you can monetize your skills. Right? So that's actually why Amda Analytics is so different from all the tech company you are seeing out there. So we are so different. Aside from that maximum and robust curriculum, we hold your hands. We are available there in and out. We are available to assist you. We are there to help you. Take your questions, just like Aki said, both all times, right? Reach out to us anytime, as facilities are always available to to attend to your questions. All right. So at this moment now, I would like to take your questions. So this is actually testimony of some of our students that passed through our program. And just like I said, our next cohort to be starting on 13th of July. You can see that we're almost there. 13th of July. Just make your payment, okay? And then register for this program. It's something, I vow with you, it's something that you will never regret ever registering. Okay, you never regret ever starting your data analytics journey with Amda Analytics. All right. So if you have any question, please let's take your questions now. Let me take your questions now. If you have any questions. Okay, let's take your questions. If you have any question, so we can call it a night. Okay. Why we are taking questions? So just ask your question while we are doing that. Let me drop the okay. No question. All right. Is there, so if there is no question, we can call it today. So you just take a second, please take a second and fill the form. Take a second and fill the form so you can get it on the recording on your DM. Right, take a second and fill the form. All right, guys. Good night, everyone. See you. Want to see you to register. Want to see you in the class. Please register for data analytics program with Amda Analytics. Cheers, guys.